Hey there guys, so the last time in the anime, saw that Yuryu saw another dream where Shai was 22, Yuna was 25, and Yae was 28 in the future. And three of them asked Yuryu to marry them since he promised when he gets a doctor's and priest's license, he'll surely marry three of them after that. We came back to present and it was time for the three sisters to give their answer to Yumika. The sisters had decided to continue being shrine maidens and asked Yumika to look after them. But then comes the real question, who will marry Yuryu to inherit the shrine? Yuryu clears out that he plans to become a doctor, and for that he showed the photo of his two childhood friends who could be good husband material, but Yae said she prefers Yuryu more. Asahi said the same, and acting a little shy, Yuna admits too, so their boat was sailing in just the direction of what Yuryu had seen in the dream, but that is in the future. For now, in the present. Bro is still troubled by the sister problem and prepared breakfast for them, but seeing them all makes the guy blush for what the future holds anyways. Yuryu had enrolled in the school already, but he forgot the name of it. Yuna was relieved he wouldn't come to her school because it is an all-girls school, and not like Yuryu was eager for that situation. So he leaves first to complete the paperwork, but Yae suddenly remembered Yuna's school had become co-ed starting this year, so Yuryu had become the first pick to enroll in here. Such a sharp odds for the guy who wants to concentrate on studies, and being handsome certainly attracts the butterflies to Yuryu. They all ask him for his contact info and relationship status. But in that awkward situation, Yuna called him out to have a talk. She didn't want anyone to find out they are living together. So she told him not to talk with her in any situation possible because it's embarrassing for her. If that's the case, Yuryu agreed because it's not like he wants to fool around with any other girls. He saw the classes are high level, so it will help him enroll in Kyoto College, but the girls were just giving their attention to him, so it was getting hard. Then in the lunch break, Mitsuko dragged Yuna to Yuryu to talk with him. She asked the guy if he's troubled with anything, but there Yuna left already. It was strange because she never ignored someone who was in trouble. She and Yuna are best friends, and Mitsuko tells him he'll have a great pick if he gets Yuna. She's a role model for every student here, but her English sucks. Well, that's nothing new, as Yuryu knows, but after the Shrine Festival, she had gained a lot of attention. After all, it was a mesmerizing show. And Yuryu was thinking of other things while Mitsuko caught her staring at Yuna and started to imagine Yuryu's falling for her. Yuryu had enough and went out to the restroom. Then the next class was gym class, so he saw the whole class changing. As he returns back, Yuna saw the guy, and Yuryu closed the door immediately, so now the whole class will hate him. But Mitsuko acted normally, as luckily no one noticed that Yuryu saw them. Aside from Yuna, that is. Then, the next day, Yuryu prepared lunchbox for everyone, and Yuna still hadn't forgotten about that, so Yuryu apologized, but their attention was drawn to the lunchbox, which looked too good. So they remembered their mother always used to make lunchboxes for them. So Yuryu asked what they eat if they don't take lunchbox. Yuna gets rice dumplings. Asahi buys food from the store. And Yae just makes rice, so Yuryu promised to make it every day for them. With it he was going to school again, with the awkward feelings. And then Mitsuko ran into him. Yuna said with her eyes, "Do not talk to her," and the guy understood, so she left ignoring him. And Mitsuko thought something was going on, because Yuna did not buy rice dumplings from her store today. Then at lunchtime, all the girls were drooling seeing Yuna's lunchbox, but Mitsuko noticed Yuryu has the same one like her. Well, it can't be a coincidence now, can it? So at this point everyone will think something is going on here. So Yuryu ate his whole lunchbox in a second, but the detective thought something's weird. So later at home, when Yuryu was washing the box, Yuna came in, and he got terrified. So Yuryu quickly says that he'll be more careful from now on, and thought to stop making this lunchboxes for her. But Yuna instead thanked him for the lunch because she loved it, so she asked him to make her more because Yae and Asahi liked it as well. So she wanted to have it every day. That cheers up the guy. But Asahi and Yae came in with some extra requests for their lunch. And the next day, Yuryu was trying to fit in with the girl in school somehow. But on his way back home, he saw the sisters together. They walk home every day after school, even thought they'd go to different school. But Yuryu thought it would be best to avoid them and started heading home. But their Shirahi called him. She saw the guy was looking so absurd that he could scare away the happiness and noticed the school uniform of Yuryu. Personally, she thinks suit doesn't look good on Yuryu. But she was just joking to tease him. Then she asked Yuryu about his life at Shrine, because Yuri was old enough to leave the orphanage. Shirai had also left 5 years ago with her new parents. And fortunately, her new mom and dad loves her. But she thinks little Yuri had changed. It was the same for Shirai, since she had become more feminine, and Yuri had trouble pointing it out. So Shirai changed the subject back to his life at Shrine. And honestly, Yuri was troubled with 3 of the girls. The oldest is a free spirit who always runs away whenever she gets a chance. The youngest tries to act grown-up, and the middle one is a stubborn case. Then, Shirai invited Yuri to study together, but they saw a huge crowd was taking pictures of the sisters against their will. Their popularity did soar through after Shrine Festival, and Yuna had told Yuri not to talk to her in public. But the guys were making moves on them even though the sisters were uncomfortable, and Yuri couldn't take it anymore and called out to 3 of them by their names and swooped them away. The crowd thought Yuri could be boyfriend of one of them, but what about Shirai? Anyways, Yai was excited how Yuri came in to save them, and speaking out their names out loud like this. Asahi thought he was planning to make them fall in love with him. Yuri started to blush. And just like that, having fun together, the Amagami family was returning home. But this is where our episode 10 ends, yet stay tuned to watch more of its episode on my channel, and for that subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Till then, take care.